Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something literally revolutionary. We're going to figure out how absolutely anyone can create professional, perfectly lip-synced AI videos for free, using nothing but the smartphone already sitting in their pocket. You know, high-quality AI video generation used to feel completely locked behind heavy PC setups or crazy expensive subscriptions. Well, not anymore.
To really set the stage here, there's this fantastic quote translated from our source material today, which is a really fascinating guide by Dr. Rachana Nagal. She starts things off by saying, "Risk is romance, and life is magic." Google has released its wildest video generation model, Omni. I just love this framing because it perfectly captures the sheer hype, the excitement, and honestly, the almost unbelievable capability of what Google has just handed to everyday users. It really does feel a little bit like magic when you see it in action.
And you know, this perfectly illustrates the absolute disruption we're seeing. It's totally a David versus Goliath situation. Though I guess in this case, David is armed by Google. On the right side, we've got the old guard, tools like HeyGen. And look, they were incredible for creating AI avatars, but they usually meant paid subscriptions, needing a desktop computer, and navigating pretty complex interfaces. But then on the left, we have Gemini Omni. It's totally free, it's designed to run entirely on a mobile phone, and it gives you results in just minutes. It literally shatters the whole barrier to entry for AI video.
All right, so let's quickly map out exactly what we're going to cover today. We'll start with Google's wildest video model, move on to making your first avatar, then generating video from text, beating daily limit restrictions, and wrap it all up with endless free AI content. Let's dive in.
Section 1. Google's wildest video model. A new era of video.
The biggest takeaway from the source here is honestly just the sheer democratization of AI. I mean, you can now create entire AI movies with flawless character consistency and perfect voice cloning right from your phone. You don't need a massive, expensive rig or a studio. You just need a solid prompt and the Gemini app. It completely dispels that old myth that high-tier AI generation is only for tech pros with massive budgets.
Section 2. Making your first avatar. Create your digital twin.
The real beauty of this whole thing is the user interface. It is staggeringly simple. Step 1, you just download the Gemini app on your phone. When you open it up, you just tap the little plus icon. From that menu, select Avatar, then hit Get Started and click I agree to let the app access your camera. And that's it. In like 5 screen taps, you've started creating your own digital twin.
So right after that, we hit the training phase, which is actually super fascinating. The app puts this little circle on your screen, and you just pop your face inside it. You hit start, and the AI totally takes over. It asks you to turn your head to the left, then to the right, basically mapping out every single feature of your face. But here's the really cool part about the voice cloning process. It prompts you to read this string of randomized numbers out loud. Things like 74, 99, 39, 32. And why does it do that? Well, because having you enunciate those random, varied sounds gives the AI exactly what it needs to perfectly capture the unique cadence, tone, and pitch of your specific voice. It's just scooping up all that raw data.
Once you finish reading off those numbers and turning your head, the model takes all that input, the visual scans from every angle, the audio footprint of those numbers, and it instantly analyzes and uploads the whole package. Within moments, you get this super simple notification saying, "Your avatar is ready." Boom! In just a few minutes, you've generated a highly accurate, completely ready-to-use digital clone of yourself, and again, entirely for free.
Section 3. Generating video from text. Bring it to life. Now, bringing that new avatar to life is somehow even easier than making it. You just go back to the main interface and tap that plus icon one more time. This time, you select the avatar you just made. It'll be sitting right there waiting for you. Next, you just paste in your script or whatever text prompt you want your digital twin to say. And finally, you hit Generate.
And this is where the magic literally happens. The AI takes your prompt, processes it all, and instantly outputs a video. And it features your face, perfectly lip-syncing the exact words from your script, spoken in an absolute clone of your real voice. You literally just turned a few lines of text into a fully produced video clip. It's pretty wild to see, and it definitely proves why our source points out that Gemini Omni is kind of making those expensive platforms obsolete for the everyday creator.
Section 4. Beating daily limit restrictions. The secret backdoor.
But you knew there had to be a catch, right? And here it is. If you're just using the primary Gemini mobile app, you are restricted by the system. You're only allowed to generate about 3 to 4 avatar videos per day. So if you're trying to make a full AI movie, or you just want to produce content in bulk, hitting a total wall after just 3 videos is a massive roadblock.
Which, of course, brings us to the biggest question of this whole explainer. So, what do you do when you hit that daily limit? Do you just pack it up and wait until tomorrow? Do you eventually have to pull out a credit card?
Well, according to our source material, absolutely not. There's actually a secret backdoor, and it's called Google Flow. Google Flow is an alternate, super powerful web tool where the exact same Omni model is actually already integrated. By shifting our workflow over to Google Flow, we can completely bypass the Consumer Apps Daily restrictions. Let me show you exactly how to do this.
First, you open up a web browser on your phone and search for Google Flow. Click on the very first site that pops up. Now, this is a super vital tip straight from the source. Make sure you switch your mobile browser into desktop site mode. Google Flow is really heavily optimized for a desktop environment, even if you're holding your phone. Next, and this is absolutely crucial, you must sign in with the exact same email address you used on the Gemini app. Once you're all logged in, just click New Project.
Now, to make this hack work smoothly, you need a very specific configuration. Once you start that new project, make sure the model selected down at the bottom is set to Omni Flash. You can set your video format to whatever you need, vertical 9:16 for shorts or 16:9 for widescreen, whatever works. But pay super close attention to that last setting, number of videos. The system is going to ask how many you want to generate. You absolutely must leave this set to 1. The source explicitly warns that asking the system to generate multiple at once just hogs too much computing power and can cause the whole thing to crash. So keep it to 1 at a time.
Section 5. Endless free AI content. Limitless generation. Because you use the exact same email address to sign into Google Flow, the two systems are actually talking to each other. When you click the plus icon inside Google Flow and scroll down to the avatar section, your avatar is already sitting right there waiting for you. It's that easy. You simply click Add to Prompt, paste in whatever script you want, and click Generate. It functions exactly like the mobile app, but because you're running it through this developer-focused Flow environment, you bypass those 3 to 4 video daily limits entirely.
So what this all adds up to is a completely free, completely seamless pipeline. You capture your face and voice just once using the regular mobile app, then you seamlessly port that digital twin right over to Google Flow. And that gives you the power to create limitless, highly professional, perfectly lip-synced AI content from literally anywhere without spending a single dime. The barrier to entry for digital creation hasn't just been lowered here. Honestly, it's been entirely removed.
It's honestly staggering that this level of technology is just freely available on the device already sitting in your pocket. You basically have a complete professional AI studio right there. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Now that you have the full power of Gemini Omni, what kind of AI movie are you going to prompt first? Thanks so much for hanging out with me on The Explainer today, and I absolutely can't wait to guide you through our next deep dive.